Welcome back, Canonites, for another monthly recap. We'll waste no time and dive right in, starting with In Case You Missed It. November saw the release of 7 videos, I'm proud to say. Starting things off was the Halo 3 Covenant Armory, followed by a primer for Halo 4. Soon after, with the release of Halo 4 on PC, came 2 guide videos, one for Halo 4's terminals and the second for the underappreciated audio logs. After that, we broke down the finale for the Oni Archive series. Then came a full review/analysis of Halo Shadows of Reach, and closing out the month was an analysis of Sacrifice, the short bonus story included with the Walmart editions of Shadows of Reach. As always, links to all these videos can be found in the description box below. From there, we move on to official news and releases, which was on the lighter side this past month. November 6th saw, of course, the 8th anniversary for Halo 4, and November 9th, the 16th anniversary of Halo 2's release. November 10th announced the resuming of production for the Halo TV series with an image of lead actor Pablo Schreiber in a Master Chief mask. I'm really hoping this isn't representative of what Chief's armor is going to look like in the show, but if it were, I guess that would just be par for the course at this point. On November 11th, it was announced that Jen Taylor would be tapped to voice Cortana for the TV series as well. November 15th saw the 19th anniversary of Halo CE's release, marking too the 19th anniversary of the franchise. I can't wait to see what 343 has in store for Halo's 20-year anniversary. And on November 17th, or technically late on the 16th, Halo 4 came to PC, along with a massive update for it on Xbox, marking the completion of MCC on PC, though that doesn't mean that the game is finished. More content is yet to come, more features to be added and expanded upon, but at the very least, all the games are now ported. Along with bringing Halo 4 to PC and bringing it in parity with other games in the collection, this update saw a number of new features such as crossplay, input-based matchmaking, and the standard new season content among much more, especially for those playing on the Series X and S. Later on that same day, 343 did their usual post-launch stream, going over a lot of the content and features added to MCC with Halo 4's release. On November 19th, we got a community update that covers a lot of the same stuff we've already talked about, but had 2 sections that I want to highlight. First up are the addition of 4 content creators to the HCS Grassroots program: Lady Echidna, Mint Blitz, Real Life Spartan, and Trunks. I'm personally only familiar with Mint Blitz and Real Life Spartan, but congrats to all of them across the board. It's always great to see community members get elevated like this. The second was a brief section on coatings, which can basically be summed up as we'll show off more in detail when it's ready. Not when it's finished, but when it's ready. Not much else to say there. November 24th saw the release of the final Oni Archives video, which was absolutely amazing, full of references, connections, more than I was expecting. And wrapping up the month was the MCC development update. This update was fairly light compared to previous ones, a combination of the recent Thanksgiving holiday and the fact that Halo 4 is now out. As I noted before, while MCC is far from finished, it is complete in terms of the games all being there now. I imagine these blogs will in general be a lot lighter, as the support team shifts focus to a broader perspective on MCC as a whole, rather than the effort to port each title over and supporting the existing ecosystem. Getting into the blog, after a little highlighting of Halo 4's release and its new features, plus a brief talk about upcoming Extra XP events, the next one running from the 8th through January 4th, the majority of the blog is answering questions from a community mailbag. I'm not going to cover every question asked, but to sum things up, there are a few questions about adding new rewards for ranked playlists, the possibility of Halo 1 and 2 4-player co-op, crossplay, and machinima controls, among other things. And each answer includes a shorter answer from Postums with a more detailed and in some cases technical follow-up from game designer Donna Jerpak. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's worth a read if you're interested. Closing the update is, of course, a state of the game summary, and there are a couple in particular I'd like to bring up. First, it's noted that we'll be seeing view model adjusting, PC file share, double key binding, and per game audio options all being flighted early in 2021. The view model adjusting and in-game audio especially have me excited. There's also notes on a field of view slider, a feature which came to the Xbox Series X and S with the most recent MCC update, but is still absent from the Xbox One console family. It's noted that there seem to be some performance issues related to this, and I hope they get resolved quickly. Field of view adjustments and especially crosshair centering are some of my favorite features for MCC on PC, and I hope that they come to the Xbox One version of the game. That pretty much wraps up the development blog, however, and brings us to community shoutouts. Starting things off is a little something from LuminousCactus, a name that's been mentioned here more than a couple times in the past. Today he shows us the evolution of the ODST helmet, not just in static imagery, but with a video on his channel, Wernissage. I hope I got that right. Check him out on Twitter, and check out his YouTube channel. Next up we have a trailer for the animated version of Halo A Little Bit Lucky, a fan comic by GoBroPros. I shouted out the original a while back when it came out, and now it's being made into a motion comic with an issue 2 being announced. Check out GoBroPros on YouTube and Twitter. After that we have this wonderful little animation from Stu FX, a nice walk in the woods with the Master Chief either in his Mark 6 mod or his new Gen 3 Mark 6. Check out Stu FX on Twitter. November 4th saw the 16th anniversary of Halopedia, an invaluable resource for myself and several other Halo content creators. So congrats to Halopedia, and thank you to all who have contributed and continue to contribute to it. Check it out at halopedia.org and consider following them on Twitter. Next up we have an awesome video from Podcast Evolved. Tom from the crew got to sit down and interview Aaron Margolin and Greg Mitchell, I hope I didn't butcher those names, from Jazwares, who are producing several toys for the Halo Infinite line. It's a great interview, so be sure to check it out on YouTube and consider subscribing to Podcast Evolved. After that we have a cool creation from KidSkull51. Remember the We Will Rock You trailer for MCC that came out back in 2014? Well, KidSkull updated that trailer to include content from Halo Reach and ODST in celebration for the MCC being complete on PC. It's a cool little production. Check it out on YouTube. Next, we have this awesome Halo 4 tribute from Amanda Lee Phoenix. Check her out on Twitter. After that, we have a Halo take on Blue Christmas from KevinKoolx. Kevin's got a pretty good singing voice, not gonna lie, and this Halo twist on a Christmas classic is perfect for the season. Check it out on YouTube. Next up, we have this awesome portrait of the Master Chief by Miss Phrox, I hope I got that right, made up of quotes from the franchise. It's a really cool style of portraiture. Check out Miss Phrox on Twitter. Following that, we have this amazing rendition of the Halo theme on guitar by Ben Rowlands, and damn does it rock. Check it out on YouTube. After that, we have this beautiful piece by TheBoldedYellow, John reaching out to Cortana, his companion reaching back. Check it out on DeviantArt. Next, we have a very well done Halo 4 cover tribute by Playbox36. Check him out on Twitter. After that, we have an amazing pair of Halo 2 tributes from artist The Kraken. Check him out on Twitter. Next up is a fun Red vs. Blue / Among Us piece by Taco144 on Reddit. If you're familiar with the Blood Gulch Chronicles, there are a ton of references in here to the old classic. Following that, we have this adorable Master Chief sculpture by Winston Eken, I hope I got that right, on ArtStation. It really reminds me of the figures that came with the loot boxes back in the day. Check out Winston on ArtStation. Next, we have another Master Chief Cortana piece, this one from artist Spartan Mandy. I don't know if this was intentional, but I get some strong Halo 2 vibes from this. Check her out on Twitter. After that, we have this Crocheted Grunt by Javi on Twitter. It's simply amazing, and I want one. Be sure to check it out. And our penultimate shoutout goes to an amazing remake of Halo CE's opening cutscene for The Maw by BaconMedia. Ever wonder what a Halo CE cutscene by Blur might look like? BaconMedia gives us a pretty good idea. Check it out on YouTube. And of course, to close out the month, we have the Halo Community Spotlight over on Halo Waypoint. Only one was released for this month, but it was filled with a wide range of creations from across the community that we've come to know and love. And that concludes the November recap. Be sure to check out the articles and creators mentioned here, and as I've forgotten to do for pretty much ever at this point, if you have someone or something you'd like to see shouted out, be it from this past month or ever, let me know in the comments below. I won't say I'll see it for certain, but I do try to read through all the comments on these videos, even if I don't reply. So again, if you have anyone you want shouted out, be that yourself or someone you know, let me know, and I'll happily do it. That's all for now though. Until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.